1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Close your eyes and out you see.
Leave it to Beaver.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We have the power to make this the best generation of mankind in the history of the world, or to make it the last.
I have a dream. My 4 little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch.
News, I want my MTV, MTV, MTV!
Yeah, too much is never enough.
Jitterbug. Jitterbug.
You put the boom boom into my heart. You send my soul sky high when your loving starts. A jitterbug into my brain. It goes to bang, bang, bang till my feet do the same. Hey, 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 hey.
Bueller.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
In less than an hour, the compound that had fascinated the world was destroyed in a raging inferno 10 miles east of Waco.
Hey, it's your tomorrow. Come on, it's everything. It's that magic moment. Do it right here and now.
You are the new single-season home run king.
Not have sexual relations with that woman.
Y2K preparedness.
The possibility of Y2K sabotage.
The moment of truth is only 89 hours away.
Will traffic signals work? Will police communications be effective?
Hey, Macarena.
Before 2000, we had a more conservative, almost a black and white approach to promotional advertising. We still had the PRCs, they still had the same basic makeup of regulatory leading with clinical and marketing and legal. When we made the change, it was when Joyce Terenza decided to leave the company back in 2000. She's gone off into consulting fame. Vince Anicetti was the first head of CORA. I was one of the first people to come into CORA that was not already part of the organization. Dave followed shortly after. Vince started to unplug from CORA when he became project team leader for, I think, Solaire. But before he did that, he recruited Nina Grove to come into here. And so you had Nina and Dave really together. Vince had them providing overall direction, but the three of us still worked together, Nina and Dave and myself. In 2000, that's actually, as my recollection, is when we became Commercial Regulatory, or CORA. I think originally we were going to be, Vince had the idea that it'd be Regulatory Affairs, Commercial Operations, and people looked at that and said, what if we turned it around, then we could be CORA. So that's how CORA was born. When Nina left, it was opened up again, and Michelle Rohr came in as our head. Michelle did a lot of positives for us, and really at the time we pretty much perfected our style from a PRC point of view, but we really turned our attention to better development of everybody in here, and so that created a lot of opportunities to grow the organization, new people in chairing roles, new people in associate roles, and what you see now. When Michelle was called back to the clinical side well, she recruited Eric, and when Michelle was called back to the clinical side of regulatory, Eric got his feet wet with the Rituxan oncology PRC, and then during the search for a new head, Eric was clearly the right guy to take on that job, and so that brings us up to date. It always had a labeling component. The labeling component was primarily the commercial labeling, which means all the packaging components. The labeling part continues to incorporate the commercial labeling. Last year, we added the clinical drug supply, or clinical labeling, to the labeling area, and we expanded quite a bit this year, and I think quite successfully. And last year, we also added strategic labeling with Cindy coming on over, and that's another thing that's a growth thing. So we've expanded from 2,000, I don't know, less than 10 people to I think we're at 44 now.
I really like how we operate as a team. All of CORA really watches each other's backs. Second part that I really like is that I think we all take each other and our jobs very seriously. And I think that's very important given the high stress environment and the work that we do for the company as far as protecting risk. So that's the main thing I do, and I like about CORA. And most importantly, I really like.
That's not good. The people. People.
Nothing.
You have nothing positive to say?
I'm positive it's nothing.
It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, you read the month, even though you I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to fall, I'll be there for you. Like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you.
Are you a baby boomer?
I'm a hot mama diva goddess.
So I'd like to welcome everybody to the offsite, and I hope everybody has a great day today.